My goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. A lot of stuff coming. I'm early. Good thing I left early. They said it would have been traffic. But there wasn't. Oh, I'm at a job interview. I emailed the man yesterday morning. Got an interview like the next day. Pretty excited about it. I'm in Preston Hollow. If you didn't know, one of my best friends, I joke she works for Jesus. She really does. She works for the Catholic Diocese of Dallas at one of the big churches out here. Big Catholic churches out here. Makes a ton of money to play on Facebook. All that. She's their marketing coordinator. Well, man, he's part of the Catholic Diocese. I don't know if he exactly goes to her church. I think he might. He's in the parish, however they do it. I'm not Catholic. And was like, can you put this in the bulletin, whatever? And she was like, I apologize, but we don't do that at the church she's at. I want to give all her info. And so she was giving him churches, like Catholic churches that do. Sorry, my hair is like doing something funky. And I just straightened it. My sister straightened it. And so, but he was like, if you know anybody, in this job, it's like an office manager at a law firm. But they're looking for like a mom, because it's not a lot of hours. Well, it's decent. It's not full time. And so they want someone with a flexible schedule. Like, you know, who could just work a few hours in the morning, whatever. And that's why I think why he was like, maybe somebody with kids or something. Because then, you know, they'd be okay with only working a few hours a day. But I figure it's chances to move up. I could go, because I've been looking into a lot of this stuff around. Maybe go get my paralegal degree. That's just like I could go to SMU, and you do the classes in 6 months, whatever. So she was like, it's over where I work in Preston Hall. And if you didn't know, Preston Hall, Dallas is split up into a lot of different areas. You got downtown Dallas, and that's split up into different areas. You have Uptown, East, Oaklawn District. We joke that's the gay district. You have the arts district, all that, and then you have actual Dallas, like not the downtown city part. That's split up into all the different areas, like Turtle Creek. That's where I was when I posted those pictures of when I went to lunch. That's real expensive. One of my mom's friends tried to get a loft down there. She's divorced, whatever, and her daughter's grown. Lives in Tennessee now, teaching. She did some program and she ended up in Tennessee. She went to UT. But they told her alimony was not a proper source of income. Like, that's how uppity they are. And then you got Preston Hollow over here, which is also really nice. So one of my friends was joking. She was like, don't wear that cardigan you wear all the time and your little green camo, you know, like my go-to interview outfit. She was like, I want you to pull out the best thing you got. You're going to Preston Hollow. And I'm glad I did. Thank you, J. Crew and Banana Republic and my Vogue sunglasses for making me look on point today. And my chapstick, whatever. Because I pull up here, I got lost, and it said it was going to take me, because I live outside the city, like almost an hour. Usually with traffic, it's bad. My GPS kept messing up. And I knew the area, but if you turn the wrong way on the street, you can end up way out of it. Like, just how I messed. Thank goodness I pull up and just see nothing but sky rises and, like, lofts. And then I pull this building, I see people walking out in, like, their private school uniforms. Like, just, it's ritzy over here, so I'm glad I look really nice. And right now I'm hoping that it wasn't a mistake that I put on my black heels, because I'm going to have to try to find how to get up in here and, like, find the suites that they're in. And then not only that, I don't have cash, and I have to park in a parking garage. But the best thing, I looked them up, tried to find some information about this law firm, so I don't go in there looking stupid. They're divorce lawyers. You want to know what's great about that? People who get divorced usually going to get married again, and everybody knows. One of the things on my list, besides being the Paula Deen of the South and opening, or Paula Deen of Texas and opening a restaurant or whatever, I want to be the Mindy Wise of the South. She's a famous wedding planner to the stars up in LA, California. People are going to get married again. They're going to need people to do their weddings. I'm hoping with a wedding next month. Speaking of that, one of my other best friends works at Old Red Museum, which is a Dallas museum, but they're one of the #1 places in the DFW area. Do you have your wedding or your reception, what have you? And she's going to be a day of coordinator for this girl who's like struggling, doesn't have a lot of money, whatever, and she's doing it not as affiliated with Old Red. And she was like, you want to be my assistant, help me, basically something you can put on your resume and I'll split the money with you. And I'm like, yeah. But yeah, divorced people are gonna get married again and they're gonna need somebody. But yeah, can you tell I'm a little excited and I haven't even had any sweet tea or coffee yet. I went to Starbucks, went out of my way to the Starbucks with a drive-through near my house or whatever, and then it was too packed, and I was like, no, I gotta be here early. And I guess it's time now, because I wanted to get here 15 minutes early in case, because I've been to some interviews, because like this, I just sent him an email and was like, I was given your information from an employee at such and such, you know, and here's my resume, some letters of recommendation and contact info, thank you. And he emailed me back right away and was like, I'll look at it tomorrow. And this was yesterday. And Mom was like, they're probably off Martin Luther King. And then he emailed me back and was like, you free this week for an interview? And I'm like, am I free? Boy, do you know? I'm lying in my PJs right now. eating Twizzlers. I'm like, do you not? I'm like, I am free every day till almost 2 p.m. because then that's when I go to my other job, whatever. But I'd actually quit that job. Like, I don't want to trade a part-time for a part-time, but this one seems like it has more opportunity if I can get my door in that foot, my big old heel. You can't see it. If I can get my heel in that door or whatever, like, better chance to, like, move up, you know, and really do something. And then it might be fake because, oh, I don't remember her name. Oh, something. She commented on the blog on my post from yesterday. You live in Pennsylvania. You are a paralegal. And I was like, it's God that you commented on my blog and you're a paralegal. So girl, if I spam your inbox with information, don't say I didn't warn you. And then I started getting all this spam email about paralegal schools and like what to do and all that. It's the Lord, y'all. It's the Lord. And it's the Lord. But let me get out of here before because it might take me a minute to find in here. I gotta put on my best white girl voice. I gotta take the ghetto out my voice. Everybody jokes that when I was growing up, I kind of had a little southern accent. Not really. I spent a lot of time with my dad. So my mom was at work in the day, my dad wasn't. Or whatever. Like, my dad would be home with us. And so, like, my dad, Southern Louisiana, had a thick Cajun accent. So I picked up on a lot of it. But as I was getting older, people like my mom and my aunt didn't like the way I talked. It was mostly I cut the ing off of everything and I talked pretty fast. So they were always trying to train me to talk better because people are always going to look down on me already because of my skin color. Let them look. Here's my empty hand. That's all the fracks I give. But, so they tried to train me, and then when I went out to college to East Texas, I started picking up words and sayings, and all the kids laugh at me all the time, because I told a kid the other day, Lord have mercy, you don't know how to sweep? Or whatever. He was like, huh? Whatever, he was sweeping. But, and so my mom came home and was like, you're not out in the middle of nowhere no more. Talk like you got some sense. Well, now that I work with the underprivileged, the poor kids, we're supposed to call them low-income, underprivileged, whatever. Everyone jokes that I'm starting to sound like them, so I gotta get my white voice on. Hi, my name is Alicia. Did that sound good? And why did I close my eyes like y'all can see behind these sunglasses? And this video is almost 7 minutes long, so let me let y'all go. Thumbs up that it goes well. Oh, and shout out to you, Beth, because you say I talk when I made the last video that I think you were like the only one who watched it. But whatevs, you said I was like, I talk like I've known y'all forever. It's what I do. I didn't start talking, no lie, till I was almost like 2 or 3, didn't start walking either. I was a preemie baby, like born really early, whatever. And so they said it's part of me, partly why I'm my late development, whatever, why I'm so little now. And so my mom always joked growing up, I'm making up for all the times as a baby I didn't talk. That, and I've never been a shy one. And I miss my song talking, y'all. Casey James was just on. Love him, he's a local boy. Okay, now I'm really going because I gotta walk up in there. Bye, y'all. Let me tell y'all, these hobos don't do divorce law, they do litigation law. And when he's telling me, the whole time I'm thinking, oh, I should have paid attention more on what's-her-name's class in college. Whatever. But I'm pretty sure I has job. Actually, I don't really know. We'll see. I'm pretty sure, though, the way he was talking, and then he was like, but then the lady that was there, because he was one of the head lawyers, he's the director. He's real cool. And then he's a northerner. like this is how good the interview went. We're talking about where he's from and how he's a Yankee and stuff. But he's lived here long enough and he's adopted Southern ways. The lady, she was cool too. She didn't talk that much. The job's a little harder than I thought it was going to be. I'm thinking like, make copies, file. No, like I got to learn some software. And I'm like an office manager. Like I'm billing, payroll, vendors. A lot of it is vendors because litigation. I don't know. It's cool though. And then they got some new accounting guy coming in. But basically, like I'm talking about this interview so well, they're telling me about the old girl who's leaving. Half their law firm left and they're starting a competing law firm in Dallas or whatever, but the lady, they were going to fire her anyway, who's the office manager, if she hadn't left to go with them. Like, he's just telling me all kinds of stuff. It was really good. And thank God for mirrors and elevators, because I get in the elevator and see I got a big old hunk of my hair sticking out. So thank God for elevators. I didn't trip in my heels. I'm pretty excited about it. It was really good. And then he kept telling me I have a great personality. And I seem like a pleasant person to be around and a bunch of stuff. And I was just like, I want to take credit for it, but I can't. My mom and daddy raised me. Like, I can't take credit for that. And then he was trying to make the point that they don't want to go through all the trouble to train me. And then I'm just going to leave. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, we don't want you to, like, go and see, because I guess they can see I'm a recent college graduate. Not that recent, but recent enough. And, you know, and they don't. And I was like, sir, have you seen the economy? I ain't going nowhere. And I said it just like that. And he laughed. If he's cool with me saying ain't, then we're good. And the lady was like, well, what I mean is, what was this lady? She's a legal assistant or something? I don't know. But she was like, what was she saying? Oh, well, we're lifers. I've been here over 10 years. And I'm thinking, But I'm thinking, because it's like, it's not very much money. You're going to be paid by the hour, and it's not going to be full hours. But, like, I could be remote control sitting at home in my PJs drinking sweet tea and working for them. Yay!
actually, I don't really wear PJs out. Something I probably never told y'all. I wear Nords. Nike shorts. The little Nike running shorts. I wear the mess out of those. That's pretty much my wardrobe year round with a pair of Sperry's. I wear the mess out of Sperry's too. I'll post a picture one day. I own far more Sperry's than a person should own. Probably 20 something. It's ridiculous. My sister gets a discount because, you know, she works at a kid's shoe store and they're owned by the company that owns Sperry's and Payless and all that. She works for Stride Right. Whatever. So yeah, I could be like sitting at home, but the man was like, we'll let you know. We could let you know by this afternoon, tomorrow, whatever. When can you start? And I'm like, I'll do anything in the morning, sir. Like, I'm really, my sister's gonna have to start finding her own way to work. But what else? And why am I playing in my hair like that? It doesn't matter that it's sticking up anymore, but I'm really excited about it. Oh, but the lady was like this, they want somebody who's willing to learn, because there's a big learning curve with a lot of that stuff. And the lady, it wasn't that she couldn't learn it and do it. Apparently she didn't work timely enough, because there's a lot of deadlines and stuff. But he was like, the girl was like, and then he could blow into a full position. And I'm like, full position, all right, but that pay's gonna have to go up just a little. Okay, let me see, let me try to calculate. I can't do math. Let me try to calculate in my head. 1, 2, 0. Nope, I give up. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to calculate how much I would get paid, because they pretty much were cool about me working after school with the kids, because he was like, well, what is your time frame? Because it is part-time and flexible. And he was like, yeah. You know, and then I kept saying afternoon, and he was like, what times? And I'm like, oh yeah, 2:45 to 3 o'clock is when I work with, 2:45 to 3 o'clock. Now I'm just rambling, because I'm kind of excited. Oh, and you want to know what was even the best? You see this? Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it? Sterling Plaza. Why am I doing that? Lord have mercy. It's a ticket so I can get my butt up out of here and not have to pay for it. Yes! Oh, and these videos like the one I made the other day and me right now, I'm like this all the time. I'm not hyped on caffeine. I want to go. There's a Starbucks right down here, but I can't find my stupid Starbucks card. Like, this is me in my everyday life. I was really excited when he kept telling me I had a pleasant personality and I seem a great person to be around. Score 1 for Alicia. Like, we had a whole conversation, y'all, about, not really about my life, but he wanted to know how to pronounce my last name. And I was like, Carrier. That's how you say it in English. And he was like, oh, y'all didn't know. That's my last name. And then he was like, is that French? And I was like, yes, sir. And he was, is it Cajun French? And I was like, yes. And then he said something. I was like, are you Cajun? I got really excited. I was like, we gonna bond here, sir. We gonna bond. We can bring each other some gamba, some boudin, some dirty rice, some shrimp etouffee. And then he was like, no, I'm a Yankee. I'm from up north. And I was like, you don't sound like a Yankee. You talk very well. I said that. Probably shouldn't have. But he laughed and was like, I've been here long. Because he talks real slow and southern, y'all. And he'd been here for a while. But I guess he's a litigation lawyer too. I don't know, but I was kind of sad. The whole time in my head, I was just like, how am I going to be the Mindy Wise of the South if you don't do divorce law? And then I was like, wait, what? I swear I looked on their website and they did divorce law. I was wrong. But literally the whole time, I was just like, constitutional law. I took constitutional law. I took constitutional law because you have to learn about employee law. I have to learn some law stuff. And I'm like, oh my goodness. She would be so mad at me because I'm like trying to think in my head. Like, you know, before he answered me or whatever, you know, I was like trying to jump in so make myself sound smarter. I'm like, I took these classes. Why can't I remember? I slept that summer. I took it in summer school. Actually, I took her for constitutional law. And then I took her from another law class. She's a young teacher. I can't even remember her name. But she passed the bar exam in Virginia and then decided she didn't want to practice law anymore and wanted to be a teacher. And she teaches a lot of like the public relations and the law classes and stuff at SFA. My last breath, if divorce or death ever do us part, a broken heart, put me in the ground. Yeah, but they're a really nice area. Really, really nice. And they were all really friendly. The lady who brought me in, she's okay. This older white lady who like is secretary to that man, whatever. But then some lawyer comes and like busts through the door and was like, thank you. So this before I found out the other lady was about to get fired and she hadn't quit anyway. And they're in a big pickle because, you know, they're like a big law firm here and they're competing law firm and a lot of the big vendors. If you didn't know, Dallas is home to some, I don't know if it's the top, but it's in the top 10 of the most Fortune 500 companies. If you don't know what that is, you're a dum-dum. Sorry, no. But yeah, they're home to like the whatever. So, they work with all these vendors and these people, and he's like, they're basically just trying to screw us over and get their hands on our pocketbooks. But so some lawyer comes in there, is like shaking my hand and is all excited. Oh, and then you know what else was really exciting too, when they were talking about how this could come into a full-term position if it works out well, whatever, and I'm gonna have to learn all this stuff. They were like, if you want to do continuing education, we will help you with that. And I was like, say what? So I could get my master's and you pay for it? Y'all, I was so excited. Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm just being really ridiculous. And I need something to drink. Oh, and then they asked me if I wanted something to drink like 3 different times or whatever. And I was just like, no, thank you. I'm good. Don't give me water. I don't want no water. I'm pissing everywhere. And I was already kind of like nervous and like picking at my fingers. Look, this is my job description stuff. But yeah, he said he'd let me know today or tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure. Unless that lady just didn't like me. She was kind of quiet. Picking up mail. Picking up and distributing mail. I do faxes. Distribution for the intern. We should leave faxes on rainy. Blah blah blah. Secretary is responsible for saving faxes until further notice. On the phone. Administration of the 1200 line. Voice messages, phone, and internet service contract. Check request. Prepares cost checks. Leaves copies for accountant for posting. Order of supplies. Coordination with vendor for coffee, soda, shredding services. Administration of conflict checks. I don't know what that is. Adding postage to the meter, supplies for the meter, attorney license renewal, and bar dues. Hey, this makes me sound important. I should have gone to law school. Shouldn't have played around in college and had fun. Whatever. Coordinates with leasing office for parking keys, access cards, suite administration. Oh, and then we bonded because he was like, on top, stop staying on deadlines. The computer system I'm going to be working has good calendar, but he was like, for little things like they have to pay their monthly like bill to stay in that suite on the 28th of every month. He was like, it's not on normal days. I was like, sir, I got that. My loan payment is due on the 28th. Then I found out he has a son who just graduated school, and we got the same loan company thing, our consolidated loan. So we like totally had a conversation about loan payments. And I was like, oh, I got you. And I was like, because I have to remember that 28th. They don't play. My loan payment is due. Cell phone administration, contract and insurance claims. Lexus contract administration. I don't know what that is, but I hope it's a car and I get to drive it. Billing, pre-bills, invoicing. Needs to have knowledge of uniform test billing, and then I get to work with the CPA a lot. Don't that make me sound fancy? I get to work with the CPA. Okay, this is like 10 minutes, and the other one was like 16, and ain't nobody gonna want to watch this. I'm gonna have to cut something out. Probably not gonna cut nothing out, and if you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you don't, and this is all the fracks I give. Bye, y'all. I really need to like go do something with my life now.